You're watching TVC News. Let's turn our attention to Delta State, where the police have arrested 67 gay suspects in Delta State. Police PRO in the state, Bright Edafe, who spoke to newsmen after the arrest, says the suspects were carrying out a gay wedding ceremony in a hotel along Refinery Road. DSP Edafe noted that the suspects will be charged to court when investigations are completed. Gay suspects, if found guilty in Nigeria, can face a sentence of up to 14 years. This is in line with the Anti-Gay Relationships and Same-Sex Marriage Bill, the Same-Sex Marriage Bill approved by former President Goodluck Jonathan in 2014.
Intercepted one Chuks Chinye, dressed, he happens to be a male, but he was dressed like a lady. Upon intercepting him, he told the policeman that he is an actor that came from Lagos State to shoot a movie here in Delta State. They brought him to the station and continued interrogating him before he now gave us a confessional statement that he belongs to the gay society and they are having a ceremony at one hotel. The policemen stormed the hotel where about 200 suspects were initially arrested. Majority of them all dressed like females. And the funniest part of it, or rather the amazing part of it, was that we saw two suspects dressed, one as the bride and one as the groom. They were actually performing their wedding ceremony. After screening them, we have about 67 suspects that we are parading today.
A bit of health matters now. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency is seeking the support of religious leaders as it gears up to introduce the HPV vaccine to the vaccination schedule starting 25th of September. This new additional vaccine is expected to prevent cervical cancer and will be given to girls between the ages of 9 and 15. Health correspondent Kemi Balogun has more on the story.
Cancer of the cervix, commonly known as cervical cancer, is the fourth most common cancers among women globally. An estimated 36 million women aged 15 years and over are at risk of developing cervical cancer in Nigeria. The prevention of the human papilloma cancer-causing virus has now become extremely important for the nation as women and girls remain affected. This drive is starting through the Primary Healthcare Initiative through the HPV vaccination in order to reduce this burden. At this biannual review meeting with religious leaders, the agency is appealing for support to address the bottlenecks of innovation and tradition that limit vaccination uptake.
Today, I urge you to join hands with the medical community in championing the cause of the human papilloma virus vaccination countrywide. By encouraging HPV vaccination within your congregations, you become advocates of life and guardians of health.
We have supported in resolving almost 2,000 non-compliance issues, as well as disseminating nearly 26,000 pro-vaccination Jumat messages and nearly 8,000 pro-vaccination church announcements.
The World Health Organization estimates that vaccination against cervical cancer will avert 71,000 deaths among Nigerian women yearly. The religious leaders admit that their support will be the driving force to get their followers vaccinated, and they are willing to get this done.
That's why the coming together of these religious leaders is so important, because we are the conveyors of messages, positive messages especially, to our people. They believe in us, they believe what we say is right.
Religious leaders to communicate those messages and to share with mothers and fathers that their children are better off when they are vaccinated.
The meeting is also expected to identify effective strategies that will align with religious teachings and values ahead of the phase-by-phase rollout of the HPV vaccination campaign starting later in September. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.
A bit of politics now. Governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party in Kogi State, Murtala Ajaka, has continued to seek royal blessings across the local government areas of the state ahead of the 11th November governorship election.
The role of Mokwamuru town in the history of northern politics has been described as significant. Addressing royal chiefs in the town, the candidate of the Social Democratic Party in the Kogi State gubernatorial election says if he is elected as governor of the state come November 11, it will ensure everything is put in order.
Come here to receive your royal blessing before we proceed into our campaign program. But for this town, I want you to know I have this town dearly in my heart. Because of my relationship to those that I've just mentioned their name. The entire township road, we will make sure we'll get it done.
The SDP candidate has expressed concerns over abandoned projects in the state, most especially school buildings and other projects, which has been left unattended to.
You abandon that kind of project, it's unfortunate. But we are going to go, I saw is UBEC 2014. So I don't know how they come about that. This is my first time of coming to this place, but we are going to look into it. The main primary school there, you can see, the roof have blown up. Anyway, we have a new building abandoned in the building. It's unfortunate.
Some party members also spoke on the need to vote Murtala Ajaka in the interest of the state.
Whatever Mori says, he implements because he's experienced and he knows what has happened in the past, and they wouldn't want a repeat of what has happened in the past, and that's why he wants to come in and make a change for progress of Kogi State.
You can see that this mandate is divine. Despite every challenge is being faced by the present and current government of the day in Kogi State, we have soared through the tides, and we're still soaring through the tides. The most important thing is that, a golden fish has no hiding place.
Everybody in Kogi State knows that Murtala Yakubu Ajaka is the candidate to beat. He has been tested, he has been tried, he knows, everybody knows all he has been doing in his own area. And coupled with the fact that he has extended his hands of fellowship to other parts of Kogi State, especially Lokoja Jakoto, during flood problem.
The consultation will continue in other local government areas of the state before the campaign kicks off officially.